Hi everyone, it's Dr. Victoria Skirbo speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center, Wareham, Massachusetts. I'm going to do a reading on Michael Jackson. Now this is a can of worms I'm not sure I want to be in, but I've been thinking about, I have seen Neverland, Leaving Neverland. Actually I only saw part one, I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see part two. And so, as you know, this is a story about two people who came forward and said that, yes, in fact, Michael Jackson did molest them. He groomed them and then molested them for years. And when this whole thing came out back in, when this whole thing came out, I can't remember when it happened. I remember, watching it and listening to it, and I didn't believe that he had done it. I did not believe it. There was something that I didn't believe. Or maybe I didn't want to believe. I was born in 1961, and I grew up with Michael Jackson. He was one of my, when everybody else was loving on Donny Osmond and David Cassidy, I was a Jackson 5 fan. So I grew up with his music. Every song he sang means something to me. There's the soundtrack to your life kind of thing. Many of those songs were Michael Jackson songs. Some of the most important points in my life were has his voice in it, right? Has his if there was a movie of my life, which there won't be because it's not that exciting, he definitely would be the soundtrack. He would be one of the soundtracks. And so watching Neverland was difficult, but also eye-opening and enlightening. And so I just want to do a reading on that. I have my own thoughts about it. I believe these guys. I believe it happened. Does that make Michael Jackson a monster? Yes. Did Michael Jackson do a lot of really amazing things, change a lot of people's lives for the better? Yes. And so there is this sense of, it's not you're a monster or not. It's like life is complex, and fame makes things even more complex or more obfuscated, perhaps. And Michael Jackson was above all things human. Okay, let's see what's going on. The immediate environment. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. And so this is, in a way, an attack on him. Fighting off this fight here. See what's crossing it. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is happiness, joy. It can be, our idealization of him. Our idealization of him. See what's at the root? Okay. This is Four of Cups can be a card of despair. Unhappiness. It's interesting because this guy looks like one of the guys who was in the movie. Yeah, the sad one, the one who Michael Jackson married, had a ceremony and rings and stuff. Okay, let's see what's in the past. The Knight of Swords. This is somebody who has the power, who wields the power. It's funny because this guy looks like the director, the guy who did it. It's interesting, right? King of Swords. Let's see what's in the sky. The Queen of Swords. Huh. Justice. Justice. In the immediate future, 6 weeks. We're at the crossroads, the Two of Swords. So there is this dichotomy between him as a great humanitarian and him as a monster. They're like they're both there at the same time for us to look at. We have to remember that he was a wounded child and he perpetrated wounds on children. And so we need to have compassion for the victims and we need to have compassion for the victimizer. How this is seen from the outside. Okay, we have the moon. So a lot of emotional ups and downs. People are really struggling with this. It's very emotional for a lot of people. Domestic situation. This is about unfair practices. And so that's being illuminated. Hopes and fears. Temperance. Temperance is a healing card. And so the hope is that this is a healing experience. His children are taking it very hard. I heard that his daughter tried to commit suicide. Paris, I think her name is. So it's very difficult. When the person that you love and who was kind to you, you find out parts of themselves, you know. And of course you're doing it in the public eye, which is awful. Awful. Let's see the outcome. We have the Four of Coins. It's interesting. The Four of Coins has to do with the acquisition of wealth and holding on to wealth. It's almost like having money be your god. It's interesting as an outcome. Let's continue and see what else comes up. We have the Eight of Cups, turning your back, and we have the Fountain. The Fountain is a card that's sort of like a mystery. It's the potential for something new to be created out of the darkness and the chaos. Okay, let's see what's underneath the cards. Seven of Cups. Interesting card to be underneath. The Seven of Cups is sometimes the card of the 7 deadly sins. But here we just have somebody who's very, very sad. I am not a medium, and I wouldn't say that I am channeling spirit or Michael Jackson's spirit. There are people that do that. They're very good at it. I don't do that. But this is a card. When I saw this card, my first thought was Michael is saying that he's sorry. That he's sorry. And that may not be enough for people, and that's fine. But that's what these cards look like. you know, this is all coming up now because Michael Jackson's Michael Jackson's chart is being activated, and by Neptune. And Neptune is very powerful right now. It's a year. It's the 12-3 vibration is a Neptune vibration, asking us to look at things from a different perspective, reminding us that we are all connected. And somebody as genius as Michael Jackson, and somebody as sensitive as Michael Jackson, and somebody as creative as Michael Jackson has a connection to that otherworldly experience, that you know, creating the idea of Neverland is very Piscean. And he is a Pisces rising, and he has his moon in Pisces right in that first house. And now Neptune is sort of has been sitting on it. And I think when everything was going on, I think, oh, let's see. I actually have a chart in front of me. When Jupiter, okay, so when Leaving Neverland went on to HBO, the sun was on his moon, Vesta, which is focus. Vesta is an asteroid that deals with focus and deals with what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God. And Neptune was on there as well, on his moon. Pluto was trining his Mars in Taurus. Jupiter was sitting on his Saturn. Jupiter is expansion and the truth. Saturn is, to a certain extent, his power. Okay, his power. In the planet, the asteroid Pallas Athena, which is about social justice, was on his Jupiter in Libra. So justice for, to a certain extent, his victims. Vesta is about dedication, being dedicated. And so it's also the flame, right? The flame. And so he is being exposed in a way that he hadn't been exposed, in such a way that he hadn't been exposed before. It was like, this is a time of seeing it for what it was. And yet, it is about the healing process. Chiron had just moved into Aries, the wounded masculine, in conjunct his natal Neptune in Scorpio in the 8th house. Secrets, deviant sexuality perhaps in that 8th house. His north node is in the 8th house in Libra. His south node is in Aries. He came in to learn how to relate. And the north node was in his 5th house of children. Vesta in the Saturn in the sky was opposite his Vesta, his obsession with, his focus on children, inappropriate focus, as it were. Saturn sort of is the lord of karma. So Saturn's like, hey, look at this. This is not right. This does not work. So, his chart was really getting activated. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but you can see that there's a lot of connections there. So what are we to learn from this? Jupiter at the top of the chart. we need to learn the truth, but we also need to understand this. And yeah, interesting. It's hard. It's hard, you know. I love Michael Jackson. I love his music. He helped so many people. And yet he hurt so many people. But he was a human being. And we have to have compassion either way. Okay, well, that was interesting. I'm emotional. Like and subscribe. I hope that you found this enlightening or informative or helpful in your own journey to healing. We're all in this together, folks. I have Pisces moon, so I feel this. I feel him. I feel his pain. And I feel the pain of those that he hurt. And the pain of those who've loved him, who feel like he let them down in some way. Life on earth is not easy, folks. Not easy. Take care. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.